Douglas, aka YNOT Caster, one of the HCS commentators, analysts, and grassroots content creators, and we have another HCS report recovering the potential new, or I guess official new Omit roster, the potential new C9 roster, and a little bit more on top of that. Let's jump right into it. And first up, we got to talk about Omit Halo. You got Spartan, Lethal, Huss, and Breaking Shot, coached by a hoaxer, coming together official. And let me tell you, man, this graphic, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm actually messing with it a bit, actually looking sick. Does this graphic, and excited to see this roster come together, because you guys know I'm a huge Spartan fan. You know, I've talked about time and time again about Huss and the value that he ultimately brings as a IGL or even a co-IGL. He's very vocal in the comms, Breaking Shot being an underrated player. The dude has the freaking movement and can slay out with the best of them as far as stacking kills. And of course, you got Big Daddy Lethal coming in, and the grinder, Coach Hoaxer. And with that, you just have a strong roster coming together, one that you already know that I'm going to be rooting for. But early on, I will say we've seen some criticism, you know, on the Reddits, on the Twitch chats about this roster ultimately coming together. You know, one thing that we're seeing a lot of is people talking about the fact that we kind of already seen this mix in the kitchen so far. We've seen this recipe already with that first iteration of the complexity roster. Remember, Spartan, Huss, and Breaking Shot were already a trio on complexity, and they did have precision instead of lethal at the time. And obviously things didn't end really well between precision and that complexity roster, and there was a bit of a bad separation there. But, you know, in order to get to an ending, you have to have a beginning, right? And it ultimately didn't work out as well as they wanted from the beginning, and one can arguably and say, at least slaying wise, precision right now may be a better slayer than lethal when it comes to stacking kills. On the flip side of that, I will say there's something to be said about a team just coming together, just clicking, and it working. And sometimes it seemingly comes out of nowhere with the most unexpected of teams. Look at how Envy literally came out of nowhere, played that one qualifier, won it, and then just kind of went on a crazy run from there. This could be an example of a team just coming together, just clicking, it working, and them just soaring into new heights. You already know I'm going to be rooting for Omit, new organization coming in. I'm a huge fan of everybody on this roster, so I want nothing but success from them. I will bring up one of the things. Somebody dug up some old dirt here, and you have Lethal and Spartan, who formerly teamed together on Sentinels, kind of digging at each other. Spartan responding to one of Lethal's tweets with a crying emoji. Lethal responding back with, "Was nice seeing you here this weekend, bro. You guys played hella sick, to be honest with you." And it seemed a little bit like what, sarcasm maybe, but I'll let you guys decide. Soul Shock 13 responds back saying, "You guys made such a good decision by dropping the best player on your team. It really helped you guys win. You guys did so much better without Spartan. Oh wait, you couldn't beat a top 4 team or come close since he was dropped. Worst decision Sentinels made by far." And then Lethal responds with simple, "I think I speak for myself and the other 100 people that have dropped Spartan in his career when I say I'd rather play with a recruit bot than deal with his ass for any longer." Well, you don't got a recruit bot this time. And I ultimately will say, hey, look, I mean, if you've been a part of any kind of, you know, team or organization and whatnot, like I've played, you know, for example, I played organized basketball almost my entire life, and I know for a fact that I've said some things in the heat of the moment, you know, in the heat of competition, that I wish that ultimately I could take back, or I've had to actually, you know, apologize for and pull back because I reunited with the former player and whatnot. Things happen, things are said. Hey, It's a part of the game. And I'm sure one thing I do know is that Ultimately Lethal and Spartan are both professionals. They have experience in the scene for way too long. They already know, hey, look, right now we're better together as opposed to apart. Let's set aside the petty differences and come together and make this thing work. And I think that's exactly what this Omit roster is going to do. You already know I'm rooting for them. Good luck to Omit. Meanwhile, we'll switch gears a little bit and talk a bit about Collect's new roster, or potential new roster, nothing official just yet. Cloud9, Avicii, Boo Dubu, and Sab, and joining them instead of Septify is Collect. Now, again, nothing official at all. This could be as simple as maybe Septify had something to do on this day, and they ultimately Cloud9 still wanted to scrim. Maybe they even committed to this day and didn't want to back down, so they brought in Collect as a substitute player. That's a very real possibility. Or it could be them trialing a new player and seeing how this kind of plays out. I will say, huge fan of Septify, but you already know I love me some Collect. It came out really weird. I don't know. The point is, I'm a big fan of Collect. My bad. Cloud9, 8-0 over a very, very good 10Y roster. Envor and Common reuniting with Haynes. That's really exciting on its own. But then also Ezo and Envor coming back together. You know, when people started to first hear about Ezo's name more, it was when he was playing with Envor in the past. Well, bring them back together and let's see exactly what they're able to kind of put on the table here. Obviously not able to get a win against Cloud9, which is sad to see, but Cloud9, maybe they moving different. Maybe this is the new formula that they're going to be moving forward with. Not exactly sure, but we'll be keeping my eye on that. And finally, we got to talk about Shopify Rebellion and Optical Gaming duking it out in a scrim, and after 12 games, we are split 6-6 between the two. Shopify Rebellion outslaying Optic by over 70 kills, which is quite impressive. You ask me, the damage department looking extremely good as well. Good God, in the favor of Shopify Rebellion. Stat-wise, once again, Cycle showing his ass. 262 kills, 142 assists with 80,000, almost 81,000 damage across just 12 games in this scrim. Excited to see Frosty as well with his kills, and also Last Shot consistently with his damage. On the other side of things, Bound. Dude, somebody woke up the Bound, taking him to Bound Town. Did he? 259 kills, leading the leading his team secondary in the entire lobby behind Cycle. Big damage coming out of Formal, and just both teams seemingly evenly matched. We'll take a look at some of the stats as far as objective time as well. Fairly even in the oddball here. Legend taking a lot of the oddball time. Formal having a goose with the oddball. Hey, yo, don't. If you got the ball, don't even look at Formal. He ain't even looking that way. Meanwhile, in the flag stats, we have a lot of steals coming out of Last Shot. Love that. None out of World 2. World 2 was actually playing a lot of flag objective in some of the other scrims we were analyzing before. Meanwhile, on the optical side of things, Legend, he's that main flag guy and has been for a while. Strongholds, again, fairly even. And we'll take a look at some of the game types real quick. Pretty decent oddball, a very close Aquarius flag. Good King of the Hill for Optic. Good Stronghold for recharge for Optic. A close Fortress Bomb. We all know Shopify Rebellion loved them. Some Fortress Bomb. Dominant win in the oddball streets. Dominant win in the Origin capture the flag. A close win in the live fire Strongholds. I did not mean to press that. I apologize. Good God, how did I mess that one up? Messed that one up bad. My bad, guys. Not like I do this. Not like I do this content creation stuff. You know, I'm kind of new to it. It's only been a few years. A close recharge King of the Hill win for Optic. A close Aquarius Bomb for Optic. Forbidden Capture the Flag goes close to Shopify Rebellion, and then a fairly dominant win in the Oddball Recharge. Overall, very good game type and map, diversity between the two when it comes to the wins department, and it just shows. I've been saying it for a while, dude. Optic, when you look at the Shopify Abundance, look at the Space Station Gamings, and even the FaZe roster, they're a lot closer to Optic than one might want to admit. Optic Gaming are the best team in the league. Yes, they are. However, I will say they are not unbeatable, and watch out if they keep dropping down into the lower bracket round number 1, they could get upset and knocked out a lot sooner than expected, even before a championship Sunday. But again, I will say if Optic somehow find a way to right the ship on Friday and early Saturday, well, that's a scary Optic I don't want to mess with. And also, that is your HCS report. If you're watching on the Twitch live, what up? If you're watching on the YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, interact so the algorithm pushes this video out to more people that might enjoy it. And a huge shout out to Aneba. Huge shout out to them. Guys, if you see my link down below in the description, click on that link. Every time you click on it, it supports your boy right off the rip. But on top of that, stop paying full price for your gaming needs, whether it's the latest, the greatest, like Expedition 33 at a discounted rate with cashback, or some of the classics like Halo MCC, even add-ons like Halo credits and V-Bucks and all that good stuff, gift cards. No matter what it is with your gaming needs, make sure you are not paying full price. It doesn't make sense. Click on my link down below. Check out the Aneba website, and I'll catch you guys next time.